Have you ever felt that boiling sensation, that rush of heat that takes over your entire body? That's anger. It's a primal, powerful emotion that we've all experienced. But where does it come from? Why do we feel it? And is it just a destructive force, or is there more to its story? Today, we're embarking on a journey to understand anger from its ancient roots in our DNA to the complex challenges it presents in our modern digital world. Let's travel back in time millions of years ago to a world where survival was a daily struggle. For our earliest ancestors, danger lurked around every corner. In this environment, anger wasn't a problem. It was a survival tool. When faced with a predator or a rival, the brain's alarm system, the amygdala, would sound off. This triggered a cascade of physiological changes. The heart pumped faster, muscles tensed, and the body was flooded with adrenaline and cortisol. This is the fight or flight response, and anger is the fight part of that equation. It provided a surge of energy and a laser-like focus, empowering our ancestors to defend their territory, protect their family, and secure vital resources. It was an evolutionary advantage hardwired into our very being. As human societies evolved, so did our relationship with anger. Ancient civilizations had complex views on this powerful emotion. The ancient Greeks, for instance, saw anger, or thumos, as a double-edged sword. In Homer's Iliad, the rage of Achilles is the central theme driving the entire epic forward. His anger is both heroic, giving him superhuman strength on the battlefield, and destructive, leading to immense tragedy. Philosophers like Aristotle didn't condemn anger outright. He argued for righteous indignation, getting angry at the right things, with the right people, to the right degree, at the right time. For him, the absence of anger in the face of injustice was a sign of a weak character. The Stoics, on the other hand, viewed anger as a form of temporary madness, a poison for the soul that clouds judgment and leads to poor decisions. They advocated for apatheia, a state of mind free from emotional disturbance. This dualistic view continued through history. In many religious traditions, anger, particularly wrath, is listed as a cardinal sin, a destructive force that separates humanity from the divine. Yet, these same traditions also depict righteous anger, with prophets and deities expressing fury at injustice and moral corruption. Think of the Old Testament God or Jesus overturning the tables of the money changers in the temple. It wasn't the emotion itself that was evil, but its context and expression. During the medieval period, knights were expected to channel their aggression into chivalrous combat, while uncontrolled rage was seen as brutish and uncivilized. The Renaissance and the Enlightenment brought a focus on reason and self-control, further pushing raw, untamed anger to the fringes of acceptable social behavior. Fast forward to today. We're no longer fighting off saber-toothed tigers, but our ancient fight response is still very much intact. The problem is, the threats we face have changed dramatically. Instead of a predator, our amygdala might be triggered by a critical email from our boss, a political post on social media, or someone cutting us off in traffic. Our bodies react as if it's a life or death situation, flooding us with stress hormones. But we can't physically fight our boss or run away from a traffic jam. So that potent cocktail of energy has nowhere to go. This mismatch between our ancient biology and our modern environment is a major source of chronic stress and health problems. Unexpressed or poorly managed anger has been linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, weakened immune systems, anxiety, and depression. The digital age has added a whole new layer of complexity. Social media platforms, with their algorithms designed to maximize engagement, often end up amplifying outrage. We are constantly bombarded with news and opinions that trigger our sense of injustice, creating a perpetual state of low-grade anger. Anonymity online can lower inhibitions, leading to comment sections filled with a level of vitriol rarely seen in face-to-face interactions. We get a quick dopamine hit from firing off an angry tweet or a scathing comment, reinforcing the cycle. This outrage economy keeps us hooked, but it can leave us feeling emotionally drained, polarized, and perpetually on edge. We've created a digital environment that's a perfect breeding ground for our ancient anger response, but with few healthy outlets. So, if anger is a natural part of being human, but can be so destructive in our modern lives, what are we supposed to do with it? The answer isn't to suppress it. Trying to bottle up anger is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Sooner or later, it will burst to the surface, often with explosive force. The key is not suppression, but management and transformation. It's about learning to understand what our anger is telling us and then choosing a constructive response. The first step is self-awareness. When you feel that familiar heat rising, take a moment to pause. Don't react immediately. Instead, take a few deep breaths. This simple act engages the parasympathetic nervous system, which acts as a brake on the fight-or-flight response. It sends a signal to your brain that the immediate threat has passed, giving your rational mind, the prefrontal cortex, a chance to come back online. Ask yourself, what triggered this feeling? Is it a genuine injustice, or is it a misunderstanding? Am I feeling threatened, disrespected, or helpless? Often, anger is a secondary emotion, a mask for more vulnerable feelings like sadness, fear, or shame. Identifying the root cause is crucial. Once you have some clarity, you can choose how to act. If your anger is signaling a real problem, like a boundary that's been crossed, it can be a powerful motivator for positive change. This is where assertive communication comes in. Instead of aggressive yelling or passive-aggressive silence, you can express your feelings and needs clearly and respectfully. Using I statements like, I feel frustrated when this happens, instead of, you always do that, can prevent the other person from becoming defensive and open the door for a real conversation. We also need healthy outlets to release the physical energy that anger creates. Regular physical exercise is one of the best. Going for a run, hitting a punching bag, or even just a brisk walk can help dissipate stress hormones and release endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators. Creative expression is another powerful tool. Writing in a journal, painting, playing music, these activities can help you process complex emotions and transform that raw energy into something meaningful. Mindfulness and meditation practices can also be incredibly helpful. They train your brain to observe your thoughts and feelings without getting carried away by them, creating a space between stimulus and response. It's also important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength. If you find that anger is controlling your life, causing problems in your relationships, at work, or with your health, a therapist or counselor can provide you with tools and strategies tailored to your specific situation. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT for example, is highly effective in helping people identify their anger triggers and change the thought patterns that lead to destructive outbursts. Ultimately, anger itself is not the enemy. It's a vital part of our human experience, a powerful source of energy that, when harnessed correctly, can motivate us to make positive changes, stand up against injustice, and protect what we value. The challenge isn't to eliminate anger, but to understand it, to listen to its message, and to choose our response wisely. By learning to work with this ancient force, we can turn a potential source of destruction into a catalyst for growth and positive action in our lives. We can honor our evolutionary past while thriving in our modern world. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more insights into the human mind.